MDM is probably no more an MDM for many customers or prospects. There's a huge shift in what MDM was in probably in last 1 decade.
Every platform we support has its own story. And when it comes to Windows, the story is all about scalability, reliability, and innovation. Today's guest is someone who ensures all the three in all Windows releases that we have. This is Know the Why with Reethan. So let's start with a quick warm-up, one word answers only. So what was your first job role title?
Administrator.
What's your favorite non-tech hobby?
Badminton.
What motivates you every Monday?
Friday night escalations.
So let's talk product, Reethan. You worked across a ton of features. Which one do you think it didn't get the credit it deserves?
Maybe the agent redesign that we did on the Windows side. I think there's a lot of efforts that has gone into it, and probably somewhere it's underrated that it's probably just an UI change. But I feel that there's more than UI that we have done into the new SureMDM agent. So yeah, that's something that wasn't credited.
Any feature that surprised you, something that users loved more than expected?
Maybe the custom properties using script. It was just a feature that we thought is good to have, and we didn't really expect that much of response from certain customers.
What's a feedback for a feature that's made you feel very proud?
Maybe the recent feature on the LAPS. The SureMDM LAPS feature is one of the features that we released, and in one of our partner events we did get feedback that the attention to detail that we have given to this feature is commendable, and at the same time they also feel that all the use cases that different customers might use have been covered in it. So,
and Reethan, if you had to explain LAPS in simple terms, what would it be?
LAPS is one feature where, like I said, right, usually people perceive it in such a way that it's just a password rotation. But there are few real life use cases when you think about it, it makes more sense. For example, there's an IT in every organization, right? And there's attrition as well. So let's assume that your password rotation frequency is probably once in 60 days. And one of your IT person actually kind of quits the organization and then moves on to a different or probably moves on to a different org as well, right? So the passwords that was basically there with the previous admin, who's probably a former employee now or probably not part of the department, is still exposed, meaning that he still has access to those passwords for next 60 days, right? Until you kind of rotate them. So you're kind of putting your passwords at risk there. That is one. And second thing is, let's say your IT admin for XYZ reason kind of shares this password with one of the employees, right? The main challenge that every customer is facing is their passwords are common across all the devices, meaning if my password is probably 1234, that's the same password that is being shared on each and every device, meaning I expose it on one device with one user, then the chances of it moving on or getting shared with other users is very likely. So that is one thing where I think LAPS pitches in, where it says that do you want to rotate these passwords on kind of daily basis, you want to do it, or let's say even if someone kind of shares this password, then upon immediate use do you want to kind of rotate it. And the best part is, who has access to these passwords? It's someone who has access to SureMDM console with appropriate RBAC. So yeah, LAPS is all about trying to secure your local administrator passwords, but the impact, I am going to probably stress again, but the impact that it creates is huge.
And Reethan, can you tell me the challenges you faced while developing this feature?
Yeah, I think one of the feedback that, like I said about partner, right, is that we kind of paid a lot of attention to the detail, meaning the LAPS feature that we kind of released to our customers, we didn't want it to be another LAPS feature that everyone else is offering, right? For example, LAPS has something called as offline LAPS and then online LAPS, meaning do I get to rotate the password when the device is offline as well, or only when it is online? There are products out there who actually give you just the online rotation, and then there are products who are there probably give you just offline rotation. But with our product or the feature, we have ensured that we kind of covered all of these.
And finally, Reethan, what do you hope customers feel when they use it?
Firstly, I think the goal would be that the feature should be more of a plug and forget or create and forget concept. So that is, once these LAPS things are created by a customer, he need not probably kind of revisit the configurations frequently. This is one thing that I want the customers to feel about. Obviously not denying the fact that they should also realize the value add that is there in this feature, that is not probably getting hacked or losing their passwords or compromising on their passwords. These are something that we want them to feel about, but the goal is that they shouldn't be worried about any of these.
Then what's the next big problem you're reaching to solve?
I think there's a lot of things on the security front that we're trying to solve, and a few of them are like BIOS management, or probably we are trying to do something on the automated patching on the OS updates as well, or CV vulnerability management as well. The reason is MDM is probably no more an MDM for many customers or prospects. There's a huge shift in what MDM was in probably in last 1 decade. Like I said, MDM is probably being expected to deliver certain security things as well. It's not just a device management anymore. So keeping that in mind, I think there's a lot of things lined up on the security front.
If you had to say in 3 words how SureMDM LAPS is different from the other LAPS solutions out there, what would it be?
Unique, because the offerings that we have in our feature is probably not going to be there in many MDMs, or in fact the password solutions itself, the LAPS solutions itself. And second thing is the integration that we have with the reporting, where you can kind of have a report generated and sent across to your audit firms and all of it, to kind of say that how frequently we rotate the passwords and all of it. And the ease of use, that is, let's say when do you need passwords? When you want to kind of troubleshoot on a particular device, right? So when you actually want to troubleshoot a particular device, you kind of take remote of that device, and the password is right next to where you click remote support. So you have the password handy, you take the remote of the device, you punch in the password, and then you log into it. So the ease of use, the uniqueness that it brings in, and probably the reporting and other auditing things that we have done. These are few things that are a standout when you compare it with other solutions.
And that's a wrap on our final episode of Know the Why. If you're curious about SureMDM LAPS, give it a try. We are adding all the links and resources below. And if you have questions for Reethan or anyone from the product team, please drop your questions. We'll get them answered right away. And now you know the why.